Alright, so we are up to Daredevil Season 2. Oh my gosh, yes, green screen, by the way. I will say, I don't know, I wanted to try something new. I'm doing Phase 3 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so I might as well try and do something different, I guess. Anyway, so I love this season. I know a lot of people out there have said that they don't like this season as much as the first season. A lot of people have also said that it's just not as good as the first season. I will say personally, I did not like this season as much as the first one, right? But I still think it is a great season. I still think it holds up in comparison to the first season for me. Like, in terms of it being memorable, season 1 is more memorable because I don't know. But I don't know. I like both seasons pretty evenly. I mean, but who really gives a shit? Returning characters like Matt Murdock, Foggy Nelson, Karen Page. Ben's gone, so oof, that was sad. Fisk is also in it a little bit. Stick, good old Sticky boy. And that cop's name, I can't remember his name, but he gets promoted in this thanks to Daredevil. So, and new characters like the Punisher and Elektra. So, let's start talking about them. Okay, so this season is sort of split in two. Like, there are two main storylines in this whole season. One is the Punisher storyline and everything connected to that, and one is Elektra's storyline and everything connected to that, including the Hand, the underground ninja organization called the Hand. They're a bunch of ninjas. Anyway, so this season is kind of split between the two, and this is this is something that a lot of people have complained about, that they just didn't like this season as much because they didn't have one main story to follow. Instead, they had two main stories to keep in mind. So I get where those people are coming from, but I'm gonna quickly start. I'm gonna start off with the Punisher storyline. His storyline was awesome and probably the only way to start off season 2. His storyline is so grounded and emotionally touching. But first of all, I mean, the season starts off with, referencing multiple gangs being attacked by an army. Gangs are just ruined. Everything is a mess. Hell's Kitchen is going to hell. And all of this is taking place in one episode. Just us seeing the aftermath of what the Punisher leaves in his wake. We find out that, it's the Punisher that's doing it. And like, they all thought it was an army. It turns out to be one guy. That is, it's so great because it oh my god, it emphasizes so much how much of a badass the Punisher is, and how dangerous he is. That's the word I was looking for. He is, as far as I know, one of the MCU's most dangerous men. And I don't mean in like the movies, I mean in like the comic books as well. He is one of the most dangerous. Captain America does not like him. That's in the comics. They'll never get together in the movies, guys. We gotta get fucking used to this. Anyway, so in terms of him being a badass and being dangerous, it's good, right? But there is another side to this character, that being Frank Castle. Frank Castle is the human side. He is the family man, and as much as they got the Punisher side of this character right, they got the family man, nailed him on the head. That sounded wrong, but they got him right. Okay, this is what I meant by it. It's very emotionally touching, and there's always one scene I remember that there's always one scene that comes to mind from season 2 when I think about the Punisher, and it's that scene where he's talking about his family to Daredevil in the graveyard. And the fact that they're even talking about that shit in a graveyard, it brings up emotion. It's like, damn, man. But that's the first main storyline of season 2. So let's move on to the Elektra storyline. The Elektra storyline is about Elektra and the Hand. So Elektra comes into this and she wants Matt to, I'm not even going to tell you. Just ignore everything I was about to say. Right. So Elektra is great. I like her a lot more than Matt's other love interest in the season. I'll talk about her later, and I will talk about Elektra later. But what I want to talk about now is the Hand. The Hand plays a significant part in season 2. So Elektra also plays a significant part, but I'll get to her because it sort of ties in with the romance. So there's a whole part of romance that I just want to touch on. But before that, the Hand. Holy shit. We have seen, well, we'll eventually, you know, in the timeline, chronologically, we will have eventually have seen the Hand in Iron Fist and the Defenders. But for me, the Hand in season 2 of Daredevil was handled so much better. They were explored so much better than I guess it's because it was like their introduction. And I don't know if you guys remember, but Nobu is the leader of the Hand in this season of Daredevil. He's leading this small group of the Hand. Yes, small group, right? And they do a lot of damage. And which is why characters like Wilson Fisk, yes, Wilson Fisk, were afraid of Nobu and the things he had up his sleeve. So, I mean, just the mere fact that Wilson Fisk, a villain that I myself find intimidating, was scared of Nobu, that just, I don't know, it's just the Hand are just, they're into some spooky shit. I mean, these guys dug a massive hole in the middle of New York City and were draining blood out of kids. Correction, they were using them as incubators. They were draining blood out, but also putting stuff in to incubate whatever it is that they were incubating. That is some really fucked up shit, man. Like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It was very well done. Okay, so the review's getting a little long now, but I'm gonna hurry up and get to the romance. The romance, Matt and this season they try and put Matt and Karen together. Didn't work for me. It didn't work for me at all. These guys are just meant to be friends, and that's how it turns out to be in the end. I mean, I don't even know why they did that. But the ones that really matter is Matt and Elektra. These guys are so great together, and not because they're very sexy together, but also mainly because these two represent good and evil. Matt does not kill and is the enemy of the Hand, and Elektra loves to kill, and in the end, it's revealed that she is to be the Hand's weapon. So it's interesting how these two are, I don't know, the way I see it is, I know I keep comparing Daredevil to Batman, but it's true. They're like Batman and Catwoman. They're on opposite sides of the coin. One is good, one represents good, and one represents, not too good things. Anyway, I just love them in this season. They were really well done. The only thing I have to complain about them is that sometimes their romance was a little too on the nose. That's it. And that's really it for season 2 of Daredevil. I love this season. And I am going to review Civil War next. So this was a bit of an abrupt end to a video. But I love this season. I love Daredevil. And I cannot wait for season 3. Because, oh my gosh. Anyway, I will see you in my review for Civil War.